Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? So it's a late night live. It's a late night live. I didn't even tell everybody I was going live this late. But anyway, we shall see because it's midnight. It's midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And we're gonna see who comes on because I am going to do a live. Okay. So let's first have a moment for the brows. So a moment for the brow. Oh, if you watch this in the replay, let me just get that out. If you watch this in the replay, hey, Melissa, um, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me something that I should try. When it comes to perfume, makeup, skincare, anything, something you think I should try soon. I'm in a spending mood. When am I not in a spending mood is the question though. I'm trying to be better. Okay. So anyway, it's late night Lulu and we're going to do something. But let's first have a little chit chat and then we'll get to the actual live topic. So, what do the children? Hi, Indecence. What do the children? What do we the children think about Morphe dropping Jeffree Starr? Did y'all hear about that? My people, y'all keep me up to date. Morphe tweeted today that they are removing Jeffree Star from their stores. Let's just have a moment for that conversation. Let's just have a moment for that. Oh my goodness. So what is so Miss Tassie, I bet you Tassie feeling better about life right now. I bet you Tassie feeling better about life. She's like, maybe he doesn't own part of Morphe. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I can go home and get out of maybe I could get out of Witsec. Like maybe I Voldemorphe. Maybe I can get out of Witsec now. Maybe some of those things he said wasn't true. Maybe I can go home now. Oh, Rob. Okay, I'm sorry. Cause if she don't be doing the Lord. Was it? See, I don't go down. I don't mess with. I don't go on Twitter too often. So let's talk about the eyebrows. I can now first off. Okay, so pretty much I've scabbed over and it's gone, and now I can actually see my eyebrows, and I'm not so set. I was worried. I was real worried about them. I thought they was real bad. So there's the spots where I need to fill in until I go back in, but I can actually walk down the street with these eyebrows, just with a little fill in until then. So I'm really, really liking them now, because at first I thought real talk, I thought it was I thought it was just gonna be nothing there. I thought it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be like nothing. This side is a little bit lighter than this side right now, which is okay because I went and got me some Cabral. We're gonna darken this up until they, I go back in August and they become right. She would get out of the car when she would do her drugstore, videos. Come on now, stop it. And don't call her that. We don't call women that. She's a broad. The broad never got out of her car. So I just thought that we could, have a moment for that, and that's just so funny. Listen, the mighty are falling, honey. Can we just keep what I do love is I looked at the Carmageddon, the Tati video, and she got a lot of views, but she got a lot of bad comments. I think they just said, screw it, we can't keep up with them. Because people's like, why are you talking about this? She did them for a minute. Okay, whatever. She people were like, why, this is, people were taking it as such bullshit. So I don't think it worked as well as she thought it was going to. Hey, cousin. I don't think it worked as well as she thought it was going to. And now J Star Starr is on the Starr is on the like low. He coming down. He coming down, y'all. Cause when Morphe gets rid of him and tweets out they getting rid of him, I'm like, ooh, it's like, ooh, ooh, child. Okay, so let's go into what we're going to talk about today, which is 10 to try. So I got a bite. Oh, he's going to be fine. I hope, hopefully he's invested well, because I think, let's just be honest, a lot of these brands like that are kind of on the decline anyway, because this, makeup sales are down. And so that kind of stuff is kind of going, so, hopefully he has invested well. And let's not forget, he makes a grip. Hey, Coco, he makes a grip on YouTube. So, as long we'll know what's going on. Hi, Golden Bruce, Mitty Smitty, how are you? Right? Here's the thing. He'll just bring down how many, but they'll just bring down the amount that they produce, and but you'll know how things are going if he starts going back to old school Jeffree videos, which were really good. When he was doing his real stuff, like really actually trying out makeup and stuff. Then I used to like those videos. I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch them because he was actually a very good reviewer. So hi V. So if you go back to reviewing and stuff, he kept trying to keep his coins up. That will be the tale that will tell it all. But for now, he's okay, and all they're gonna do is like the production is gonna be less on these new releases. That's all. Now we're gonna see if Beautylish is gonna release them. Now we'll see if Beautylish is going to like cut ties with him, because if Beautylish does it to him too, I'm like, ooh. Even though I just never understood him on Beautylish, but Beautylish is trying to go a little lower in than they normally were, because Beautylish has always been Wayne Guy, Sonia G, Hakahodo, Natasha Denona. Very, I would have seen Pat McGrath on Beautylish before them. I just was so surprised, like when they put Tarte and Too Faced and stuff on. I mean, Jouer Masons, places like that. I thought Pat McGrath was gonna go to Beautylish. Honestly, I just didn't. But but that is part of the Kendo Sephora kind of hookup, so I could see it now. Right. Right, she is. Jackson's like, ooh, maybe I can be on the comeback trail. Jackson's on the comeback. Jackson, watch. If we see a lot more Jaclyn Hill Jax videos, we're gonna know she's like about to take advantage, as she should. She should take advantage of these times. He should. I think they took him because of the coins that he makes. They thought, hey, when it comes down to it, I'm just surprised that he's not over there. Now, here's what Beautylish should do. They should get rid of him and put in something like Colored Rain. Sydney Grace would be cute over there. Who else? I would even take Ace Beauté, because I love Ace Beauté, or Menagerie. They should think about getting them as opposed to him. I'm just being honest. I don't know if they can keep up with the orders. I'm not a friend of Uma, but that's just a personal thing, because I think she's a front, and I think it's actually Nabla would be good. Yeah, Nabla, stuff like that. They make sense for the Beautylish hoity-toity kind of vibe. Okay, I'm sorry, we just in here just chit-chatting, and I'm supposed to be doing a whole video, and here we go chit-chatting again. I might have to change this video name to something else, because I sense that this might not go the way it's supposed to. But let me go with it. Let me get into it. I'll just have to timestamp it for. I just have to timestamp it. So here's what I said I was going to do. I was going to say 10 you have to try. You need to try. 10 you need to try from my collection. And I could, okay, so you know what? I'm not good with the 10 because 10, I like, I'm big on 20s and shit. So what I did was 10 that are affordable. Thank you. And 10 that are, luxury niche. So, if you want to go for the affordable side, I got you. If you want to spend a little coinage, then I got you too. So let's just get started. We're going to start with the affordable, then we're going to go there. Now, I will say most of these are on my since Sunday. See what I'm saying? Well, most of these though, Melissa. You kind of know my collection. So, you probably have all the things that I'm gonna or close to it. Hold on, let me do this. Let me turn this on. I haven't bought anything this week. Nope, I have not bought anything this week. Hey, Kelly, I have not bought anything this week, and now that is progress. Now we're not gonna talk about next week. Now, I'm just being honest. We're not gonna talk about next week. Not next week at all. Mm-mm. I'm trying to get something together for y'all. Okay, this is good. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so let's get started. I am waiting on. It's not quite. I don't think it's a. Is it a dozen? Okay, let me think. Okay, it is a dozen. My bad. Okay, it's about a dozen. Okay, so let's start out with the affordable side. So I'm gonna start here. And I haven't talked about this one in a while. Hi, Stampin'. This is Shalimar Souffle Intense. I tried to make sure on the affordable side, most of these are under $50. So this is Shalimar Souffle Intense. Baby, this is so beautiful. This is one of my favorite everyday, especially in this fall and winter time. This has citrusy. It's got a lemon note, and it's a really nice, beautiful lemon note. It's got vanilla. It dries down to a beautiful lemon vanilla pound cake. So this is just like a really pretty, classic, very very stylish. It's a very well bred fragrance. It's Guerlain. What do you expect? It's Guerlain. It's Guerlain. Next up is this one. I'm gonna go with some easy ones right quick. This is Shagaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. Yes, that's a winter oriental. Yes, it is. Yes, it is a winter oriental. This is Shagaf Oud. This is caramel pralines, oud, rose. Well, you know what? I think this is like an all year. You can wear this all year. I gotta go through and find out my all stuff I wear all year. But this is very much an all year round because you could just wear it all year. And it's not too much, it's not too heavy, it's not too sweet, it holds its own. Hi, Candace. So anyway, Swiss Arabian, Shaga Food. The reason why I put this over here is because this is a dupe for Oud Bouquet. So if you have been curious because you've heard about Oud Bouquet and everything, this is a way to wear Oud Bouquet without spending the coins for it. So this is rose, praline, caramel, oud. It's just a really beautiful, sexy vibe, sexy, just classic scent. Like a good berry, going to get you some Amethyst by Lalique. This is a berry bomb, and it's got pepper in it. It's getting a lot more hype than it used to, but it's got berries and it's got cranberry, it's got blackberries, blueberries, black currants. It's very berry. So if you want a berry, but then it's also got a little pepper in it. It's got a sophistication to it. So it doesn't smell young. It doesn't smell like something that a teenager should wear. It's an adult, sophisticated berry. So if you're looking for a berry, this is one to try. Let me get this one. Uh-oh, my household. Honey, let me just tell you, it's really not gonna work for me. Come on now. Okay, next up is this one. Looking for a nice vanilla. Oh, I'm about to lose it. Okay, Latifah's Ragba. This is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. It's got a little it's got a little, what is in here that I'm trying to think of? It has, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's vanilla. It has a very ambery scent to it. It's not too sweet, not too heavy of vanilla. So it's a really pretty one. You can actually wear it in the summertime. It would just be a summer evening fragrance. Hold on, I'm trying to get my stuff to work, y'all. Ain't nothing. Okay, so this ain't working, huh? Huh, huh, huh. I'm trying to get my stuff to work. Okay, it's starting to work. We'll see. Okay. So anyway, that's Latifah's Ragba, a nice, beautiful vanilla. I think it's got a little. Does it have a little oud in it? I think it has a little. No, it's incense. It's got a little incense in it. So it's really pretty. It's a really nice vanilla. Very. It has a very Middle Eastern vibe to it, but not. But still. Not so heavy, because a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances can be very heavy. I don't know, it's so hot there, but they love them some um they love it. Hi, Billy. It's a little, yeah, boozy vanilla, beautiful. So that's a good one to have. All right. Ha ha ha. Need a coconut in your life? Go on and get that Dolce Garden. This is just a coconut vanilla balm. I really don't get any florals on my skin. This is a very sweet. This is a very serious. Oh, that's why it won't do it for me. Ha ha. I thought I had ooh, thank you. Um, this is a very sweet. Let me see if it'll do it now. It's not doing anything for me. It's not I'm trying to get off for Grantica. For Grantica is not being my friend right now. It's a very sweet. It's a very on my phone. I don't know what that's about. Um, it's very sweet. It's a serious coconut. It's got a serious coconut in it. Think so it's just one of those very tropical, very very, this is a really, everybody's talking about it this summer, but it's a really good summer fragrance because of the coconut vibe in it, but it's still light enough that it won't just overpower you. So there's that one. All right, need something fresh in your life, you know, you want to smell a little fresh. All right, go with Banana Republic 90 Pure White. Yes, it's a grown-up coconut. This is got lavender in it. It's got it's vetiver. It is a very, it's a serious fresh one, which is interesting because I really don't like fresh ones. But this one is really good for like every day, that clean. This is like one of those ones for people who like to wear fragrance when they work out, when you're just running out to the store, when like you just like early morning, you're gonna go do something, you're gonna go for a walk and you want to have a nice beautiful fragrance on you, but not too heavy. This is a great one for this Banana Republic 90 Pure White. I do reach for it quite a bit because I've only had it for so long. I'm putting a little dent in her. I'm putting a little dent. So that's 90 Pure White. If need a sexy rose in your life, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. Need a sexy rose in your life, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. This is the one I'm telling you, get now. There's a few of them, but this is Nina Ricci La Ecstasy Rose Absolue. This is a Percajon fragrance. Oh man, geez, intense. She just does it to me. This is a Taif rose, and this is just one rose, a Taif rose, Arabian rose. It's a candied, it's a sexy, it's an erotic, it's a sensual rose for your ass. So if you want to smell like a sexual bomb, boom, this is what you want to wear. This is what you want to wear, because this is a sexual bomb. All right. Need a good gourmand in your life? Need a good gourmand in your life? Um, then what you want is, and don't want to spend a lot of money, you want to get Tobacco and Tonka Bean by Banana Republic. Now, y'all know I love Dark Cherry and Amber by Banana Republic, but this one right here is, I cannot wait till it gets cooler outside and I can really rock this. This is, it has pear and plum with coconut and tobacco leaves and vanilla bean and tonka. Oh my goodness. This smells so good. The plum gives it a little tartness to it. Pear has a little sparkle to it, adds a little sparkle. But that tobacco and tonka gives you that, ooh, it gives you just this little smokiness with a little sweetness in it. This is tobacco and tonka bean. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to try this. Y'all need to try it. Now, this is the one that's a little bit over $50, but y'all know, I mean, you all know how I feel about this. And when I pull it up, you're going to be like, yeah, Jasmine by Rasasi. I don't even have to say nothing else, do I? Jasmine Wisp by Rasasi. This is, first off, this one's almost done because you know, and this we know is a sexual, sensual. It just, this is, it's got this floral, fruity vibe going in on it. It's got passion fruit. It's got all these. It's got citruses in it. It's got, oh, it doesn't have any jasmine, but it has like white florals. Uh, it's just so sexy. It's just so provocative. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Danielle. This is the shit. Shit. I mean, I'm, if you want, if you're not, if you still not, if you still not convinced, go ahead and get you a decant from me so you could try it. Yes, honey, you guessed. Yes, Coco. Because it is a little heavy for the summertime. This is good for fall and winter. This is, and it'll give you that kind of tropical vibe in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you a little, it'll give you an exotic vibe in the fall and wintertime. So yes, this is it's child. Okay, so that's it. Now, those were the 10 affordable ones. I have one honorable mention on the affordable side because this isn't quite, isn't under 100, but it's, you know, and that is Orchidee Vanille by Van Cleef and Arpels. This is a sweet, this is a beautiful dry vanilla. It has cacao in it. It has it has a little patchouli in it. It's a really beautiful dry vanilla. You know, where some are more sweet, more full body. This is a drier vanilla. So this is not quite as sweet. And it is beautiful. It really is. It has this sweetness to it, but not too much. The cacao comes through. It's just a really gorgeous vanilla. And this is a good vanilla for somebody who isn't super into vanilla but want to have a little sweetness. This is a good one for that. It's just a really classic, beautiful vibe to it. So those are the affordable ones. Those are the 10 that are affordable. Then you have the ones that are the niche ones, the luxury ones. You know, you're going to spend a little coin on. Now, some of them are not as expensive as others because you on the aftermarket you can find them at a good price. And everything I say on the aftermarket, you know, check your aftermarkets. Don't before you know you spend full price on anything. Some of them are just what they are. Okay, so let me just shut up. But some of them are, you can get under. Okay, let me just go. The first one is going to be Montal's Roses Musk. Now, Montal, you can, depending on when you get it, you can get it under $100, but they sit around right around 100 for 100 mils. This one you can find, a little bit more inexpensive. But anyway, this is roses. This is musky. This is like if you really just want to have that rosy, musky scent, this is it. And I like it because the musk works perfectly. Some, musk can go musk can go bad body odor. It could go BO on you. Whereas this one is just a clean musk that works really well with the rose in here. So Montal Roses Musk is one you should try. All right, next let's go. Yes, the difference a day makes, baby. Listen, why did I go in there and they only got two left? And I'm like, oh, I should get it now. Hi, Curly Ree. Now, y'all know I'm on this magic spell thing with Victor and Rolf, which I really like. I'm so glad, Coco hooked me up with them because I'm really not a Flower Bomb fan, but I'm really liking the Magic collection. So this is my freshie on this side is Sage Spell. I know I better get one. This Sage Spell. This is a fresh one for you. It has sage in it. It has mint in it. It has a little patchouli in it. Now, I'm telling you, listen and you say, what? But really, they smell really beautiful on the skin. They are really beautiful. It's a really nice, green, fresh fragrance on you, but it's not too green. It's not, it doesn't lean masculine. It's got a little sweetness to it that makes it like an interesting fragrance to wear. So this is one to try. Now, I will say a lot of these are on my decant list. I'm not doing this to get y'all to buy decants, but if you want to try a lot of these, they're on the decant list. So, if you want the decant list, let me know. Okay, so that's that. All right. Next up is a jasmine for you to try. This is Erin Beauty Icat Jasmine. Icat Jasmine. I like this jasmine because it's different. It is a fresh take on jasmine. It's got the jasmine, it's got the tuberose, it has honeysuckle in it, and the honeysuckle makes it a brighter, more lighter. It's a brighter, lighter jasmine. Yeah, Billy, I'll send it to you. It's a brighter, lighter jasmine that makes it so nice to wear, and it makes it a little different because a lot of jasmines are, the heavy ones, like the alien types where they're very heavy. They're very about being like, yes, it's very good and unexpected, right? This has a very lightness to it. It really works with the air aesthetic. It gives you that vibe of, like being at the Hamptons. This is like the Hamptons jasmine, where you're sunny, you're getting your sun, you're gonna, you're at the did you send me one on my okay, did you send it to my IG? Must not seen it. Do it again. I look on my IG for it. You can send it to my IG. That's fine, stamping. Uh, yes, honeysuckle, and it lightens it up so that it's a way that you can wear it. If you're like, jasmine scares you, this is a non-scary jasmine that's just beautiful and very girly, very girly. So that is Icat Jasmine. All right, next up is, y'all know this is one of my new loves, Dancing Roses. Dancing Roses. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Dancing Roses. Ugh. I bought this on an accident and I am so glad I did. This is a beautiful cherry brandied rose. And I've never had a cherry brandy rose, but this is a cherry brandy rose. It's boozy, it's beautiful, it's it's just striking because it's not what you expect. The cherry is there and stays there. You know, a lot of times cherries go away, but this cherry dancing roses, the cherry in here is there to be seen. It is very alluring. It's very captivating because when you remember, this was the one that I bought on eBay by accident. So this was an accidental purchase. And so, yes, you need to try Dancing Roses. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right, now you need to go to an event. You're going to a very, right? You're going to a classic event. You know, you're going out. You putting on your formal dress. You know, you putting on your formal wear. You about to step out. You putting on your heels. You're about to look like money. This is like a very black tie event. You know that we're going there, and what we gonna put on? Let's say it all together. MFK's Grand Soir. This is a beautiful amber. It has amber, it has vanilla, it has benzoin. This is a very rich smelling fragrance. This is rich. When I say rich, it's rich. We say it again when we rich. This is very rich. If you notice, it is gone. There's only a few more decants that are coming out of this baby. Um, so if you want to try it, you need to get in touch with me soon. But this is beautiful, rich amber. I mean, this is right. This is bougie personified. This is bougie in a bottle. If you want to be your bougie best, if you want to project that out there to the world and make sure they understand, I am smoked salmon with capers. I am Veuve Clicquot. I am, I am designer. Wear this. All right. Another oud, but this is a different type of oud. Okay, so now this one is you out there, you about to make some moves. You going out, you making some moves. You letting people know I am the boss. You wear Guerlain Santal Royal. This is a cinnamony oud. It's got cinnamon. It's got oud. It has sandalwood. It's got a little jasmine. Some, I think, neroli on the top notes. So this is a boss's fragrance. This is power. This is a power fragrance. When you wear this, you better be ready to command attention. You better be ready to run the room because you are saying, I am a boss. And people are going to gravitate you and treat you like the boss you smell like. So this is Guerlain Santal Royal. All right. Want to smell like a dessert? Are you you want to be gourmanding it up? You want to gourmand, you want to, this is like, this right here is cuddle weather. This is snuggled up on together, and you and your significant other, and they gonna be like, ooh, just all up on you because you smell like not a snack but a dessert. You want to get Rose All Day by Gallagher Perfumes. This has apple crisp in it. It has dried apple crisp. It has plum. It has dark rose. It has brown sugar, tonka bean, vanilla in it, stainless steel. I swear to y'all, this smells like an apple crisp. You smell the cinnamon. You smell like apple crisp. You smell like I am in dessert. So if if you love gourmands, this is a beautiful gourmand to try. Now, let's hit some heavy. Let's hit some last ones. Got to have a tuberose or two, right? Got to have a tuberose. Now we know one of them's coming up, but here, let's talk about another one. This is Amawaja's Love Tuberose. It has tuberose, little gardenia. It has whipped cream in it. Whipped cream. So it's got a sweetness to it. It's just this beautiful, gorgeous, a little soapy in the beginning. It can play a little soapy, but in the end, it's just this beautiful, gorgeous tuberosy, white floral. It's just a white floral. Um, what do I want to say? Dazzler. She dazzles. She dazzles. But it's also it's a very elegant fragrance. It's a sweetness to it with the whipped cream, but it's not so much to be immature. This is a very classic smell. This is a very mature. This is a very striking. This is very elegant. This is very elegant. Love tuberose. So as I said before, most of these are on the decant list. There's a couple of them that are. I forgot to say something on the Hold on, I gotta go back. I forgot to say something. Sorry. Since I got on the tuberose, it just dawned on me I didn't do this one. This is on the affordable side. I forgot. You want a tuberose, but you don't want to spend a lot of money? Get La Perla's Contemporary Tuberose. This is a classic tuberose. This is a classic tuberose. It's not too bubblegummy. It's got a little sweetness to it, but it's just right. This is a really, if if your budget is not to love tuberose, this is a beautiful alternative to get. Is La Perla's Contemporary Tuberose, because it'll give you that beautiful classic elegance of a tuberose. Because tuberose is a very done well, is a very elegant fragrant and flower. I know it's like some people love it, some people hate it, but if tuberose is done right, it's very elegant. It's very classic. It's very stylish, and this is what that is. So I'm sorry. So I forgot to say that one. So there's your tuberose in a good price point. All right. So we got Love Tuberose. Now let's go. Let's get them out the way. Let's get them out the way. Roses, motherfucking greedy. You know what I'm starting to notice? I'm just noticing this about myself. I'm almost like the Cubano of the female Cubano of fragrances, because have you ever watched Cubano? On a side, Cubano is hilarious. I love him. I don't even care about the fragrances. I just like to listen to him because he's so ignorant. I love him. I love him. I love him. Okay. And I think I'm almost like what, but I've always been this person. But we kind of like here on the ignorant shit we say. Roses, motherfucking greedy. I am telling y'all need to try this. As you all can see, she's almost done on the decant list. She's gone down quite a bit. It's only a few more. I don't think I have that many left to give out on this one. But Roses, motherfucking greedy is Montauk Roses Musk. Is very sweet. It's very ladylike. It's a beautiful. Rose is greedy, takes it to another level. It's got a little sugar in it. It's got a little sweetness, but not too much. It smells like a rose garden. If you love roses, if you love a good rose scent, this is one that you need in your collection. Roses, motherfucking greedy. Because I've gushed over this so much. If you don't know anything, listen. Unless it's your very first video recently live streaming me, you know about Roses Greedy. Because Roses Greedy and the next will come up all the time. But anyway, this is Roses Greedy. I cannot gush anymore on Roses Greedy because she bae. Okay. Next bae. We know we don't like the name. We don't think that the bottle fits her. It does not fit how beautiful she is. But it is what it is. Hi, Lumiser. Wild motherfucking Python. This is my favorite tuberose. And apparently she's almost done too, because if you can see how low she's getting, if you want to try wild python, you better get us soon too. Wild python is just this. First, we already know the name sucks, but this is a classic, elegant, gorgeous, beautiful, bridal worthy scent, signature scent worthy, um, all year round worthy um scent. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, the bottle looks beautiful. Okay, I like the bottle, but it works with wild python. I think the name should have been different. I definitely think the name should have been different. The bottle is okay, and one of the things I do like about the bottles, I like the cap. The cap is beautiful, but I think that they did themselves a disservice naming it wild python, because many of us, unless thank the Lord for Coco, who read actually the notes, would have would never have bought this, because you just don't think that this is going to smell the way it does, because it's such a classic, it's such a beautiful, it's such a feminine, girly tuberose. And I'll be real with y'all, I don't think the men should wear this. I know, I think this is marketed to women, because this is not unisex at all. This definitely leans feminine. You wants to be girly girl, put your wild python on. All right, and that was 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9. Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't. Okay, so I get to put another one out. Because this was going to be my honorable mention. Nope, this isn't my honorable mention. I have an honorable mention. Because we love tuberose over here. Let's add in Chinatown by Bond Number 9. Bond Number 9's Chinatown, and it does have a decent longevity, is very, it's slightly bubblegum. It's similar to, it's like in between Love Tuberose and Wild Python. So it has a little sweetness, a little bubble gumminess to it, but not too much. But it's a really beautiful, it's got peony in it. It vibes like I could see Chinatown. You know, it's definitely got that I don't want to say, okay, here's what I want to say. It vibes like, you know, that Asian woman aesthetic. You know, what we perceive Asian women to be, very delicate, very, you know, smell beautiful, but it's very delicate and very refined. That's what Chinatown is. But Wild Python is that too. See, it's very refined. It's a very refined, beautiful tuberose with a little peony in it. It's really pretty, really pretty. Now, when it comes down to my honorable mention, because I thought I put it out here, I had not put out an honorable mention. I thought I had 11 of these. I could go classic on this. What the hell? Ouch, I've been hurting my elbow, y'all. Delina exclusive. This will be an honorable mention because everybody talks about Delina. However, I will say the reason why I will mention Delina is because it is a very classic, it's just a set, not an exclusive. I'm gonna say exclusive because the original Delina can be a little more polarizing because of the rhubarb in it and that sourness that I love, but it's not for everybody. Delina exclusive is more is more universal. Not to say this is a universal love, but more people can love this one because it's gotten rid of that. It's added in oud. It's got the oud and the incense, and this is just a very, like I said, this is darker sister of Delina. Darker sister, definitely the darker sister of Delina. This is the one that will make you say, oh, okay, Delina. Where Delina is like, hey, this is like when you used to watch Bewitched and you had Samantha and you had Sabrina. This is Sabrina. This is Sabrina of the, so this is definitely a darker version, and definitely still has a rose, still has that florals to it, but it's definitely a deeper, sexier scent than Delina. Delina is pretty, where and where this has a little more exotic vibe to it. So that's the difference. So that's the difference between Delina and Delina exclusive. If you were trying to figure out which one did you want to try, that's the difference. Delina is the pretty bright one. Sabrina, Delina exclusive is the sultry, dark, sexy sister. I have them both. But not everybody likes both. So if you want to try one, look at it from that perspective and then figure out which one you want to try. I am a blind buyer. I will not say to blind buy like my crazy ass does. That's so. But if you would like, I think all of the the luxury I am decanting. So if you want to try those, they are all available. The only one that I'm really not decanting right now is the. That's what happens when you don't have shut the top one all the way. The contemporary tuberose. But it is so pretty. Just lost that. Oh, there she is. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear this, but this thing is a weapon because it's a big old metal. So, that's a big old metal one. Oh, I don't think I'm doing this one yet. I wasn't going to put these kind of in until... Oh, I've used a lot of her. Look how much I've used of her. I didn't know I used that much. Ooh, I've used quite a bit of her before it got warm outside. Huh. I was trying to be sexy. Shut your mouth, Louise. Shut your mouth. Okay, so that is it for all of those. But hey, we still talking. It's the middle of the night. We talk in the middle of the night. 12:49. Oh, let me tell y'all the funny thing now. Let me tell y'all the funny for the night. So there we go with those. Those are the 10 you need to try, both affordable and luxury. Let me tell y'all the funniest thing that has happened. So, if you're following the Amazon Tribe stories, there's the guy who, I got the word on him. I got the word on him, right? I told him that I got the word on him. That, what he's saying to me ain't nothing new. That this is his style, this is his MO. I told him. I was like, so, whatever. He is so butthurt now. He is, yes, girl, Danielle, yes. I told him, so don't, I'm not impressed. I'm not, I don't care. He is so butthurt right now. It is hilarious. I mean, like, seriously, butt hurt. He's like, who? And then here's the thing. So I just told him, I said, yeah, what I told him was this. I said, yeah, I mentioned your name to a friend, which is very true. I just mentioned him. I said, hey, do you know? And it was like, oh, yeah, did he say this to you? What? I said, well, I mentioned your name. And then the very first thing that was said is, oh, he going to offer you this. I said, so, don't be trying to act like, this is some special shit. No, this is what you do. So he got butthurt. He is big butthurt, like extra butthurt. Now he's doing this whole feelings thing. Like his feelings are hurt, and he spent so much time. So he's like, and I just spent so much time, and now I'm not gonna get to meet you. So translation. Let's just translate that for you. I done spent all my time trying to get up in your panties, and now it looks like I'm just not going to. What? Now they also told me that he was gonna get all up in his feelings because he feels like women talk too much. That, you know, we out here telling bit we should we not we just telling it, talking too much. Translate that into, you know, I want to run around and mess around with all these women, but I don't think they should like talk to each other. They shouldn't tell each other. That way I can keep doing what I'm doing without them knowing. How dare these broads tell each other about me and then make decisions based on that, or just use me as the sexual object I am and then toss me aside because they don't give a fuck. You know, he needs that. What he needs is he needs that emotional connection. He needs to suck that out of you, and be aware of this of men. He needs to suck that out of you, and how dare we take that away from him? Because we did. All these women have taken it away from him. So he's like, well, tell me who said it. I won't say nothing. Now you must think I'm stupid. First off, I am not going. A sister of mine tells me, a sister, a woman, fellow woman, tells me something like that. I'm not going to tell you her damn name. I'm not going to do that. No, she just, no. Why would I tell you? The whole point is we shared some information on your dumb ass. Why should I tell you anything? Why would I do that to her? No, she was giving me a heads up, and now I can move with that information, or I cannot move with it. But I'll be damned. But you must think I'm stupid. So you just really think I'm dumb. So I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna out my friend? Dude, I will never out. Right. I will never out my sister for some man, for especially for just some penis. Just for some peen, come on now. Never happened. So yeah, and so now he keeps sending me these little messages. I'm so hurt. Okay. Hey, baby. Okay, whatever. Like I'm like all this I'm talking, all this emotional, I'm so hurt. It's supposed to hurt, change my mind, because you know, oh, he's really upset. Dude, I don't care. You ain't nobody to me. I get that some can be wooed by these words and be like, oh yeah, we really had this connection. Not I. Not I. And clearly he did not do his due diligence, because he would have known none of this shit was going to work on me. Oh, and then got mad because I said, well, you know, you offered, you know, you was talking about, you know, you want to. I wasn't saying I was going to do that now. I was going to say, you know, because I told him, I said, well, you know, when the first, you know, you've offered several times to give me head. He was like, no, I was just talking. I was just saying it. You know, it wasn't like I was going to do it anytime soon. It was just that, you know, once we got to know each other. No, actually, I was supposed to be getting all hot and bothered and excited because you said you wanted to do that to me, and you're confused on the fact that I don't give a fuck. And no, it's not gonna happen. You know, in the first place, it wasn't gonna happen. He could. When a man leads with that, that tells you that he thinks that sexually he's gonna put it on you and you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall in love. You're gonna fall. Speaking of falling in love, speaking of, you know, that silliness, shall we segue? Right, that was supposed to be my birthday present. Because, you know, I'm so sad and pathetic that that would be the best birthday present ever for me. Speaking of that, so shall we talk about Jada, August, and Will? Right. Basically, Danielle, right. Okay, it's like all these women that I know have had a piece of you. I don't want you. I don't want you. And you know, just like men feel that way, we feel that way too. I don't want the community D. Especially if I'm coming in on the back end of the community. Now, if I was the first that had the community D and then you went forth and then became community D, now, okay, whatever. But I sure ain't going to be on the back end of the community D. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So he's all in his feelings. But hurt. So anyway, shall we talk about Will, Jada, and August? Did we talk about this once? And I already said I knew that was the truth. I had a whole debate with one of my friends, and I was like, "No, she slept with him." I was like, "Oh, she slept with him." So as I said, it's true. First off, now I didn't get to see the red table talk, but have y'all seen everybody keeps talking about how she was talking about it was an entanglement? It was an entanglement. And Will was like, no, say what it was, say what it was. So let me just give y'all code for what's really going down. Let me give you some code. Give y'all some code. Now, first off, as I said, this is all about August's ego. So from what because B watched the whole thing, and everybody's talking about how she said, August cut off. He was turned out. Yes, she did to her face. Yeah, but that's been going on for a while. What she did to her face, whatever work she had done. Let's be honest, Jada's mama looks better than her now, because Jada's a pretty woman. But whatever work she had done on her face, no, yeah. So, yes. Now that's true. So let's just talk about this. So the thing was, they said that Will had to push to make her say it was a relationship. No, it was a relationship. It was a relationship, and she was trying to tiptoe around it and everything and make it sound, no, it wasn't that much, and yeah. No, she had a full-blown relationship with her. Now they said they were separated. They're saying that, and there was rumors about their separation, and that that's what she turned to, and he made her feel good, and she hadn't felt good in a long time, and all this other stuff. Right now, let's just talk about a few things here. Let's just talk about a few things. Okay. And they say Will's looking all like this. Okay, first off, Will is an actor. Certain things had to happen because August came out and made that statement that Will allowed that and was okay with that. It had to come out. Why? Because it was bad for their image, and Will wasn't gonna stand there and be made to look like a sucker, because what it was making him look like was the sucker in this whole thing. So Will, no, we gonna come to the table with this bullshit. Now that's number one. Will wanted to made her come to that table, because remember, she first came out and said nothing, that she was denying it, but Will pushed for that. Trust and believe on that. That happened because of Will. Now we are correct. There was a relationship. August got caught up. She said August cut off all communication with her. Of course he did. When he figured out that you was going back to your husband, and he thought y'all was going to be the next, August thought they was going to be the Black, Demi, and Ashton Kutcher. Let's just be honest. He thought they were going to be the next Demi and Ashton Kutcher. He thought he hooked him this power in the Hollywood community, and he was taking her from Will Smith, and they was going to be the new power couple like Demi and Ashton was back when they was together. Trust and believe on that. So his little feelings was hurt about that. He was butthurt because he could not believe that she went back to Will. Now let's be honest. Will saw it was getting a little serious over there. Will stepped back in and got his woman. He was like, okay, enough of this bullshit. No, you gotta come on. Now, let me tell you something. Will is pissed. Two things, because now this little piece you had to put all our business out in the streets, that Will pissed about that. You got this messy motherfucker up in our house, in our lives, and now this little messy motherfucker done told our shit. Whatever we've been doing over these years, because they've been together for over 20 years, there's been rumors, there have been speculations, but there has been no concrete facts of anything happening other than they're a happy couple, right? That's number one. So now, if they are swingers, lifestyle, whatever, they have always kept it where it needs to be, which is in their private life. Now, their private life that, and here's, it's definitely tarnished their image. And here's the thing with that: you got to understand that you manage your image. So what they have put out there is what they've always wanted out there. Even the little snippets, it was all what they chose to put out there. Now this got out of hand and got out of their hands. So that's why. That's number one. Number two, Jada forgot the rule. And what Jada did was, Jada had a relationship. Understand, he pushed for her to say it was a relationship. And that's what he's pissed off about. See, she could have fucked around with August on the low, and he'd have been fine with that. Have your little piece. You need something. Go on, baby. Go and do what you got to do. But what she did was she had a relationship with him. And that's when Will stepped in and said, this shit is over. And she said, okay. And she remembered where she really stands and went back home to her real household and her marriage and her relationship. And that was what pissed Will off. And now on top of it, not only did you have a relationship, but this motherfucker is messy. And now he done put our shit out here for everybody. Now we got to explain ourselves and shit. Oh yeah, he pissed. Now I know everybody like, why are we talking about them? Because it's out there now, so it's a good topic of conversation. So yes, that is what is happening, because they said, B said at the end of the table talk, he said, yeah, I'm about to be petty, I'm about to get you back. So that says, whether we ever hear about it or not, we're gonna have him a little piece, and Jada gotta just eat that piece. And it's gonna be somebody that probably she's already told him hands off. Here's what that said. Yeah, you know that one you said hands off of, because in relationships, you're like, nah, I don't like that bitch. That's the one he gonna fuck around with. Trust and believe. Now we might never know about it, but he gonna fuck that chick that he's always stepped away from for Jada's sake, because Jada didn't want him to mess with that. Just know this. Now, let me be real. He's probably not, we're never going to see it because it's part of their image now at this point. And he can't be seen going out with some other broad or anything like that. That'll be very off time. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course, Danielle, they do in NDAs. But I'm saying, here's what I'm talking about. They never had I'm betting these were not real relationships on the level that Jada got caught up with that boy. It's always been fun and games. You can have this, but it's fun and games. This one went a little far. And I'm telling you, there's somebody that Jada has told him no to. Over the years, she didn't see that he's really, he be checking this one out. He really wanted, and she feels a little insecure about this person, and that's the one that Will is gonna mess around with now, because yep, this happened. He's like 30 or something. He's in his 20s now. And just think about this. And I was saying this to somebody. I said, think about how Jaden was feeling. And he was swallowing that shit. I don't know how they are, but I know for a fact that if DJ, 28 years old right now, brought over some friend and everything, and he's hanging out and he's over at the house and everything, and I turned around and me and that friend started messing around, DJ would have been hot. He might be 27 now, so he's about 25. I mean, but real talk, that's a lot. Listen, that's about the age that it happens. First off, DJ would fight, and he'd be losing his mind. Have you lost your mind? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they have these conversations or if they're like, but I know my son, this is somebody that I brought to the house. It's supposed to be my boy. DJ would lose his motherfucking mind. motherfucking mind. So I often wonder, how's Jaden feeling about this? And now the shit that came out, and now this ain't your boy now, and he didn't. But see, Jaden seemed a little soft. I don't know, Jaden seemed a little soft. Maybe he ain't, but he come off a little soft because any real talk, they'd have been like August, Jaden jumped on August Alsina. We don't know what's going on. It would have been one of those things. Jaden's in his 20s. It don't matter. DJ would have done that shit at 16. If DJ was 16, 17, 18 years old and he had an older friend who wasn't old enough to be around me, my age. It's one thing if the guy is, if he had been like in his 40s or something, and this was somebody that would, he could have possibly taken, DJ be okay with that. He could deal with that because a lot of it, like his coaches have always hit on me. But if it was like some 20-something-year-old friend of his, and he's like, because Jaden's about 23, 24 now. I mean, how old is Willow now? I don't know, because I don't keep up with them like that. But he's in his 20s too. Ain't no way my son would have been good GM for that. He'd have been like, what? You my boy? Now you gonna fuck my mama? Would not have gone for that shit. You just know this right now. DJ would have whooped his ass. Right, your age person. Baby. DJ still be trying to whip his ass every time he saw him. Even though it's over. Every time he saw his ass, that shit would come bubbling up out of him. I know my son. He'd be like, what? Every time he saw him, people be like holding back. Oh shit! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Because it's about to be one. And I would expect that from him. I would expect nothing less from my son than that ignorant shit to come up out of him, bubble up out of him like He'd be like, this motherfucker. What? Because because how your friend gonna look at you like, yeah, I fucked your mama? Because like, for instance, I have a friend who one of her friends started fucking her son. Now, he was grown when they started messing around, but they've been friends for years. And she don't fuck with her no more. And she's better than me because we might have had to come to blows on that shit. Hi, Jenny. But that ended that friendship. And I wish one of my friends would come at DJ. I don't care, he's 28. Your old ass, you better back the fuck up off my son. And the thing is, I don't have any problems with thinking DJ can hold his own with him. But what the fuck you looking at my son for? Yeah, he's cute and everything, but he handsome, but still. And nope, don't be looking at my son. Back up off my son. Man, wouldn't you? So and then on top of it now, August, you put it out there. Right. Oh, you remember the bonded girl? You remember the bonded girl. Oh, an update. Let me just give y'all an update right quick. What is happening? I wore Leche y Galletas today. This is the one from Ganache yesterday that smells like almond cookies. It's got the almond and the butter cookies. And whoo, on the skin it does. Now, it lasts only about 4 or 5 hours. But I smelled like an almond cookie, y'all. I smelled like a buttery almond cookie. Hell no, you can't deal with somebody. Because here's the thing, they have been friends for years. So I'm gonna have to believe you was looking at my 16, 17-year-old son with lust in your eyes, and you just waited till he was grown so you could get a hold of it. I'm gonna be looking at you with the side eye. I meant to put on peach daiquiri earlier, so let's put on a little peach daiquiri. Yeah. See how this smells on the skin. Woo. It went straight up my nose. I know what they. Ooh. This sprayer sprays out. Okay, I smell like peaches. I smell like peach daiquiri. You know what it smells like to me? I got it. I got it. I got it. It smells like a peach Jolly Rancher. It smells like a peach Jolly Rancher with a little rum in it. So it does have that peach daiquiri smell because peach daiquiris remind me of peach Jolly Ranchers. So yes, it does. I got 49 people in here. Hey, I'm gonna need some hellos. Um, yes, are you wearing anything this evening? Because now I got on my peach daiquiri. And I need some more likes before y'all leave. Before you exit out of the system, then you know. So yeah, it smells like peach daiquiri. I will say this is a strong scent. Hi, Elise. It is strong because it went straight up my nose into my head. So if you have issues with that, do not get these because when they spray out, they spray out. So yeah, leche y galletas. Oh, this is definitely sweater weather. This is, I need a man to cuddle with. I need a cuddling friend. I don't necessarily, once again, let's talk tribe. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily need a man in my life, but I need somebody to cuddle with sometimes. I need a cuddle buddy. I need somebody who I could go watch movies with, eat popcorn, and cuddle, and wear a sweater and cuddle with, and wear leche y galletas. We're gonna have a whole review night of these. I'll tell you how they all smell on the skin in about 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks and I'll be done with them. It would definitely have to be on high because this is definitely smell. You smell like a butter cookie. I mean, I'm just gonna be real. You smell like an almond butter cookie. Toward the end, you can smell the musk because there is some white musk in it. So it does kind of, as it dries down, it still keeps that butter cookie smell, but then you do get a little of the white musk, and it comes off a little. It then becomes kind of sweeter, but not in a bad way. So it's not a super sweet, but it gets a little sweeter with the white musk. But yeah, it was good. It was a good feeling. I felt like I could just lick myself and I would be happy. But yeah, yeah, this is a peach daiquiri, but I don't know if I really. I have to see if I really like this peach because this is an intense peach, and um it's kind of fakey peach, but peach is kind of fakey smelling anyway. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this peach daiquiri off the top. We're gonna see how it smells on the dry down. But I do like but it does smell like a peach daiquiri to me. For real, it does smell like a peach daiquiri, which is quite interesting. Um, so anyway, all right. So anything else we want to talk about? Anything else? Okay, we talked about. Let's see what we talked about. Talk about J Starr and being dropped by Morphe. We've gone over, my community D and how he's butthurt because I know he's community D. Right. Oh, you did get bamboo. Okay. I don't have any of it. I did hear that she got a collab, and it's with Pure Cosmetics. Okay. Yes, he was dropped. Morphe has tweeted that they are pulling all of his stuff out of their stores, out of their lineup. Um, so, um, really, eyeshadow palette with Pure. Pure doesn't have great eyeshadows. Honestly, I don't like their eyeshadows. Now I did hear it's gonna have some lashes and stuff. I think it'd be a cute collab, and I'm happy for her. Just I don't buy a lot of collabs anymore anyway, unless it's just something that I really want. I don't rush out, and apparently he does not. Yeah, apparently he does not own it. Mm-mm. Well, they were saying he was partial owner, and that has never been confirmed. Now, here's the other thing. Let's just okay. Here's the other thing. Even if he would be a partial owner, and when it comes down to business, all bullshit aside, we might be pulling your shit because it's just not a good viable look for us right now. You are not you know what I'm saying? He could be, and he could be aware of this is what's happening, because right now, well, everyone says he's a partial owner, and it's never been confirmed. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm gonna get some singles. I just haven't figured out what singles I want, and I'm trying to figure out what day I want to do it, because she's got those freebies and everything. So do I want some of those palettes, or do I just yeah, he can rebrand. Well, he gonna have to do some rebranding. But who? Okay, let's just be honest. From a business standpoint, he could be an owner in it. But if his brand being in that store can affect the overall sales, which is what I get profits off of, pull my shit. I'll just keep my shit over here, and I'll let my stands buy from me, and we good. The trick we'll see is if Beautylist drops his ass. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that purple one, it really does. Um, I would do a couple of days. Now, I found out, Melissa, we found out that cream shadows are beautiful. So if you want to get some cream shadows, I would do a cream shadow day. And then I would do single shadows, because they're really known for their single shadows. And if they have, but what they don't have as many bundles as they used to. Because if they had the bundles out, I would say get one of the bundles if you saw one that you like. But because I got to go through and see which ones that I want. I have to see which shadows that I already have to decide which ones I want, and then I'm gonna decide. Yeah, see, I have a lot of their greens also. That's when I fell in the chair trying to reach them. But I know I want to get a few blues. I've never tried their lipsticks, because I think they only have liquid lipsticks, and when they came out with them, I wasn't wearing liquid lipsticks anymore. I think that I've heard their mystery bags are really good though. They do a really good mystery bag. So if you want to go that way, that's a good way to go, because I do say I've had a highlighter of theirs, and yeah, they have different things on sale daily, right? I've had the highlighters, I've had a couple of blushes, those are nice. The only thing I have with those, and I need to find a palette for them, because they are individuals. So then I need to find a palette, and I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. So that's why I won't get those. I'm just being honest with myself. But I do definitely want to get some single eyeshadows, and I definitely want to get a few more creams. I know they had cheap palettes, but see, here's the thing about that. That palette will get buried. I know myself. I know myself. I know myself. It will get buried. So I don't know if I'm gonna get those. But I want, because I want to give away a palette full of blushes already, because they was just sitting there collecting dust. So I do well with palettes that have a name on them, that I know who I am. So I'm trying to get better. Um, so yeah, but now that my brows, now, oh, speaking of that, now that Melissa and Coco are here, because they know that I lost it about my brows a while ago. Okay, so now they pretty much healed, And this is pretty much where I am right now until I go back and get them adjusted. So they're really not as bad as I thought they were. That tail isn't as bad. It just looked bad because there was, the darkness from the scabbing. So now that the scabs are gone, this doesn't look bad. The tails don't look bad because I was really freaking out, y'all. Um, and so I went and got some gel, some, brow pomade to fill in until I go back and get the final look done. Well, they were supposed to fade a lot. Um, they were supposed to fade a lot. They were not going to be that dark, and I want them that dark. I wanted them to be more natural. And so there's going to be an ombre effect to them. So when they're done, it will look very natural. So this will be a little bit lighter, and then it'll get darker toward the tail because that's naturally how your lashes, your brows look. So it's going to have that very shaded, it's going to have that ombre graduated look. So it's just, when she's done, it'll be perfect. That's all I know. Because but I love the shape. The shape is beautiful. So I just have to make sure I clean up any, just always make sure I clean up any hairs that are outside of the shape, which is awesome because that's a good thing to have your shape in. But I'm very pleased with it now because I was freaking out, but I'm okay. What color did I get in Cabral? The lady told me to get 5. I think that's a little dark. I haven't opened it yet. I thought 5 was a little dark. I thought I needed 4.5, but that's why I was trying to call people because I should have just bought the dip brow. That's what I should have bought, was just some dip brow and called it a day. But I let the benefit chick talk me into Cabral. But then I just noticed that Cabral has that brush in it. Yeah, that's what I thought. 5 was going to be dark. I'm going to have to be really light-handed with it. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be dark. So I'm just going to have to be kind of light-handed with it because I don't want to look like I got Sharpie eyelashes, eyebrows either. But now the good thing is I can now wash my face correctly because I couldn't get any water on it. And I can have makeup fun again because I really wasn't doing anything because I didn't want to have a lot of eye makeup on because I didn't, what I'm saying? I didn't want to have to try to remove it and try to be very mindful of my brows. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, 3 or 4. She's like 5. But but she was real dismissive. And I'm like, because I think the 5 is going to be too dark myself. So I think I'm just going to send it back. I'm going to take it back tomorrow. So, yeah. And then I'm just going to get dip brow. Because I don't like the whole, it has a brush in it. I like to use my own, angled brush. It just looks clunky and it just looks too much for me. But yeah, so now I can put on makeup because, trying to take off eye makeup and make sure you don't touch your brows is very problematic. And, at that point I could have messed up the tattoo. So now we can play in makeup because they're okay now. They're okay now. So now I can play in my makeup again. I will say, okay, yeah, this definitely smells like peach daiquiri. It smells like that peach. Yeah, it smells like that peachy, like when you go to get the peach daiquiri mix, it smells like peach daiquiri. Yeah, they still look good, and I'm really happy with them. There's just like I can see there's like a little patch right up in here that's probably she's gonna need to shade in some more. The back hands look really good though. I really like them. Like from here back, they're like the very beginning is a little patchy, but back here is really pretty to me. They might need to be darkened up just a little bit because this one is a little darker than this side. But yeah, the shape is real nice. So I'm really pleased with it, and I'm just so excited to have perfect brows all the time. Well, honey, For $350, I need motherfucking perfect brows. I don't need imperfect. I need perfect. I need perfection. I need these bitches to look like bitch what every time I walk out the door. There we have it. 350 plus tip. Nah. That's what I need. You know, I can have imperfect when I'm trying to put it on my damn self. But when I spend that kind of money, well, I didn't spend that kind of money. When that kind of money, and I'm just saying, Jenny, with $350 that these my kids spend on these brows, I need perfection. I need perfection. When I'm done, I need to feel like you know, there should not. Oh, and I can go put my thing on my eyes now, because I haven't been putting my because you see I'm a little got a little bags. I have bought a jade mask to put over my eyes like every other day. Baby, exactly. These brows should stop traffic. These brows should have people go, oh my God. Night. They should have people go, oh my goodness, look at those brows. That's what they should have them doing. They should stop traffic. Right. See, I was gonna get the brow blade. I have brow powder that I have. I was gonna get and that's why I was calling you, Coco, because I was like, should I get the brow blade or do I need? I was in the store thinking I should get the brow blade, but they didn't have the neutral one. They had the one right above it. I guess that would have been okay. See, I was called. That's why I was trying to reach you, because I was like, do I need the brow blade? Do I need the brow blade? I might take this stuff back though, because I'm just like, this isn't me. Let's pray. Let's put up the big prayers that my packages will make it to my mailing address tomorrow. That's what I thought, Neutral Nana, but I think they were out at the Ulta by my house. And that's the one I was looking for, was Neutral Nana. But they didn't have it in, I don't think. Yeah. Because that was the one I was looking at. They only had the one right above it, and I thought that looked a little dark. Oh, but let me tell you, that was my first time going in to an Ulta. And I haven't been into Sephora yet. And it was quite interesting being in Ulta. Now, I will say this. The Ulta by me is not a high volume one. So the amount of people in there, I haven't seen that. The one that I saw, so this isn't a high volume one, so you know it's never a whole lot of people in the Ulta by me. That's the first thing. But it was like they didn't have. I have to look that up. They didn't have any perfumes out, not just the testers, but they really didn't have it. The perfume shelves were empty. I don't know what that was about, but they had no perfume in Ulta. They only had the only thing I saw there that was perfume was they had a few sets there. Really, should they? It was like there wasn't a lot of people in there, and it was like and then they have all the testers. They got like tape across them or some, some kind of like heavy duty something, like tape or something across them so you can't touch them. But they're right. You can't use the testers. I knew that, but this one didn't even have any perfumes at all. It was like the only things that were there was yeah, they had tapes on foundations. They had them like all the testers were taped up. So you couldn't, you couldn't touch them. You could just see them. Really? Wow. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. And if you think about how many people are in China, and China can contain it, because China got billions of people. China got what, 2 billion people? But here's the difference. In China, they know they better listen to what the government says. It's been nice knowing me. What do you mean? They know they better do what they say. You know what I'm saying? We live in this um but the difference with China is China say y'all wear masks. You not, no, you not. Girl, stop playing. I hope not. China say y'all wear masks, they gonna wear masks. And they're not gonna go, they not even gonna try to go around outside into stores and everything and fight people about that. Cause did you hear in France, yeah, they yeah. Did you hear in France how they beat that bus driver to death because he told them to put on their mask? Oh, okay. China makes you leave your family. Do they? What? See, this whole thing has been, this has become so political. You know, like this thing has become super political. Oh, okay. What? Okay, okay. That's a little scary. This has become such a political thing. Oh yeah. Well, just so you know, that's kind of what they're doing with the um just so you know, in America they kind of cremating the corona deaths too. That's kind of what they're doing. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy. But you know, we live in where everybody wants to, oh, we gotta have our liberties and everything. And see, Coco know what I'm talking about. So, because I mean, honestly, um, when you are talking about a something that is like this, like a virus that is a pandemic, because during the bubonic plague, that's what they did with the bodies too. They gather up the bodies and they would burn them because that is just, that's what you do. Well, they have to, because not only not because they have no space for burials, but you have to understand that that is like protocol. Usually with things like this, you will find that when this kind of stuff is happening, they usually tend to cremate because they don't because there's no embalming, there's nothing like that, because you have to understand then, um with a cremation they don't have to deal with the bodily fluids as much, it's a very minimal process. My parents were cremated, so it's a very minimal process, whereas if you're doing a full-blown funeral with that's going to go into a, there's a the processing of, and that puts the funeral people more at risk. So usually the protocol is to just cremate those. Yeah, that's the way it usually works. But my parents were cremated just because they wanted to be cremated. Um, but yeah, that's kind of like a protocol. Because if you see anything about plagues and everything, that's normally what they do. Just just so you know. Right. Right. So they, yeah, so they have to burn the body to, you know, get rid of the virus. Just is what it is. So certain things that they say, certain things that we hear, there is a reason for it, as opposed to just saying, oh, they're being like this. No, that's kind of like standard protocol in situations like this. It's been happening for centuries, for time immemorial. If there is a plague, when people die from plagues, and that's just always been the standard, the bodies are burned. It just is. I mean, that, Look in the stuff, you'll see that that's what they did. So yeah, yeah, and yeah, it's a really bad time though. But to say that to wear masks, that's crazy. That is crazy. So how many people are wearing their foundation with their mask? I gotta get some more masks because I gotta. You know what? I just had. We have to be honest that masks are gonna be here for a while. So I think I need a wardrobe of masks. What do y'all think? Right. So are you having any transfer? Are you having a lot of transfer from wearing your mask? Now, to be quite honest, I'm one of them people who I only right, exactly. Yes, Coco, exactly. Cause yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, definitely about the eye makeup now. So wearing masks means that you need to bump up your eye makeup. Yeah. Yeah, because I need to, I said that's what I got to start looking and see which ones are the least transferable onto your mask. But let me tell you, have y'all seen this thing? It was on face. I think I saw it on Facebook, one of the Facebook ads, where it was where it was like a bubble around you. It was like a plastic bubble kind of vibe, and they're like marketing it toward like sort of like toward teachers because it's a clear plastic bubble that you wear and your arms are out, and it fits around you, um, your body. Right. See, I'm only gonna do my face for IG and on here for a while. Like if I know if I'm not going out tomorrow, we gonna have a makeup sesh because why not? Why not? Because I ain't my life. You know what? And is it? And let's just have that conversation. It's I am still in full Rona. I'm semi in full Rona where I'm okay with not going out too much. Um, oh, that makes sense, so that they can see the somebody talking, so they can read their lips. Um, I'm still on the Yeah, I'm still on the. I'm okay without being out there in these streets, y'all. I'm okay. I'm okay without being out there in these streets. And you and I know some people, people are like, oh my god, and they got to get out there, but I'm okay without being out there. But I will say that um a lot of people I know are it ain't that serious, are still kind of social distancing, still saying, kind of not going out as much. Not None of us are really trying to go out. None of us are really trying to see each other. It's like, yeah, how you doing? Okay. I need to do another Zoom night or something where we just have a little conversation and stuff. Because hey, I know people traveling. I know people who are traveling. I do. Right? So you say, so Candace, you ain't doing none of that. Okay. Yeah. It's an interesting time we're in, where it's like and then you have to kind of like side eye the people around you, like, oh, that's what you're doing? Okay, well, you can't come around us. Where were you at? You gonna be right there right now. Oh no, no. No, no, no. We not. Yeah. Once again, it's this whole vibe like they still have to go back to life as normal. And I think so many people are trying to fight uh, the new normal. I think that's the issue. So many people are trying to fight this new normal. Um, what makes them special is that they haven't thought this through until it becomes a problem for them. And that's the sad part about humanity, is that humanity will not think about other people until it affects them. See, once those people are affected, and once it becomes personal, then they will be one of those. And you always can tell those people, because like us, we even just like, okay, this is what we doing now. The people who said fuck this and try to do it, you know when it happens to them personally, because then they become the loudest people saying, y'all need to be doing this, y'all need to be doing that. Why? Because now it has affected them. So listen to the people who all of a sudden are Rona experts and everything. Well, here's the thing about school, and this is the thing that I keep saying. The issue with school is people have to work. And let's just be honest, school is daycare for so many parents. It is free daycare. So the issue is, how do we do this? And I'm in that conversation. I'm not in that conversation, but this directly affects me. Because we were talking about that. It was like, well, can't they have that's true. Your kids won't. But understand, I don't know how they're going to do it at these schools. Or are they going to have dedicated online teachers to monitor those things, or what? Because we don't, there's no way I can run a classroom and then deal with the online class. It's just not going to happen. So, but you have to be aware of that, Coco. You have the ability to say your kids can stay home. Many people don't have that ability. So when schools are closed, what are they going to do? Right, what are they going to do? And that's a real statement. That's just a reality of what's happening. Right. They're gonna have to find the resources. And let me say this. I agree with everything. The schools have to open. I don't know in what capacity they're going to be able to open, but schools have to open because some parents cannot stay home. Now, and it's a majority of them, and let's just be honest, it's a majority. Now, some people might be able to do it now because a lot of them, some people are working from home now. So there's a difference. Some people are working from home, so yes, they can. But here's the thing that they're not saying and understanding. Yeah, I could see that. But it's not even about government shortcomings at this point. It's about the fact that there are parents who have to work, and where are they going to put their kids? Where are their kids going to go if the schools aren't open? And that is just the reality of it. So that is why this conversation is going on. Is because what do we do? And so understand, and so the thing is that I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to make that happen, because especially when you're talking about kids that are like, this one thing. Now that's true, but I don't even know how they go. It's a catch-22 at this point. How is this going to happen? It's not even about the funding. It's about the fact that schools are close contact places. There's no way around it. Schools are close contact places. You're going to be in a room with 20 something people, even if everybody's sitting down and there's not a lot of movement, there's still a lot of contact. And there's absolutely no way to fix that without having it be hybrid. Like if you're doing some things where it's, you know, some are at home and some are at school, on a hybrid online and, physical school, that's the only way you can kind of break it up and give the distance. But that still means that parents are going to have to figure out where these kids are going to go on those days that they're just not in school, because then you're talking about child care places can't take all those people. What, and they can't afford it, because a lot of time, I mean, that's then saying they got to pay for child care on when they never did. It's a catch 22, and that's where we stand now, and that's across the world, honey. That ain't just gonna be here. This is gonna be a world issue. um Yes, but here's the thing. It's not just a let's just be honest. I'm in a school. It's not just that it's overcrowded. Part of the overcrowded part is you ain't got enough teachers. Right. You don't have enough teachers to have those small classes. Just is what it is. And it's not necessarily that teachers are underpaid, which we are, but people leave the teaching profession because of the stress levels involved with teaching. So if you don't have enough teachers, how do you make those small classes happen? See, sometimes it's not. Listen, there's a teacher shortage, a serious one. There's a teacher shortage. There was a substitute teacher shortage. There's a teacher shortage. So you can't have smaller classrooms if you ain't got enough teachers right now. I mean, literally last year, before all this happened, this time this year, I know administrators that were looking for teachers because they couldn't fill all of their slots, because there's so many. Damn, 49. Damn, that's fucked up. But because people, people get tired. Um, Let me tell you something. Them COVID safety measures, I'm just being real with you, is basically the shit they need to be doing anyway. Sit down, shut up, and stay in your seat. The only difference is they gotta wear a mask and they might have some hand sanitizer in the rooms. They need to be sitting down anyway. The issue has always been kids don't want to sit down. They don't. That's Oh, okay, that's true. Kids need to sit their little butts down. Most of the time, they don't want to sit down. They want a lot of movement, and they're children, so they need. That's part of the issue. I mean, honestly, well, we know they can't eat lunch with a mask on. That's why they're saying lunches will probably be in the classrooms, and they won't be in the lunchrooms, or like it might be half in the classroom, half going to lunch, so they can do the social distancing. That's how some of they're looking at. So like, classrooms will be used for lunch, as opposed to, and some will go to lunch, and there will be no lunch lines really like they've always had. I'm sure it'll probably be more bagged up, or it'll have to be, hey, you got it, here it is, and they'll just be moving them out. So I don't know how the plan, I mean, because I'm not in those conversations, because I'm just a teacher, I'm not administration. But and there's a lot to think of. There's a lot to, there's a lot of moving parts. But understand, everybody's mad about the schools having to try to open up. But what else can we do? That we have to open up for some of these kids. You also have to take into account that there are so many kids that this is their meals. So they need to be at school because this is how they get their meals. Those are things that some of us don't even have to worry about, but that is the reality of life for a lot of our kids, is that they need to go to school, if nothing else, to get their meals, the meals during the week. And that's a reality. And so it's a catch 22. Um, yeah, but and let me say they had where they could pick up meals. You know, they did have pickup places for meals during, you know, that time, and they I think they switched it to twice a week where they had, you know, pickup times. Um, I don't know how they're gonna do all these moving parts. Make sure all this happens, all these things, and let me say, every virus moves. You know, things move our air. You know, things move through the air or whatever. I would say, and let's just be honest, especially when you're talking about dining indoors, people got to take the mask off to eat. So you're going to have it in those dining spaces because, and listen, they have y'all looked at these places? Hold up, but they can only sustain that for so long, Coco. They have to figure out how they can sustain that in the long run. You know, you have to figure out how you can sustain that in the long term. And like I was saying, you still got parents who have to go to work. At the end of the day, we got to be realistic about this. Parents got to go to work. That's just it. That's just it. So how do they move these kids out? Now, like for instance, it might be in my school because our school is big and it has a middle school, elementary school. There might be a time where they take the high schoolers out and put them all online, and that's it. Now, here's the other issue with that because I was just talking to this about my boss. The thing about high school and everything is the socializing, and our kids are losing that. You know, the school, the morale, and all those things. They're being lost right now. They really are. You know, because now the children are really and truly isolated. So now if we're going to have to continue to do this, there has to be that component figured out how to give them to do it. You have an online option, but let me tell you something. You still got to have teachers to man that stuff. And that's fine for someone who can stay home with their kids. But there are people who cannot do that. So that's fine. If they give you the online option, take the online option if that's available. But the reality is to say the schools, how can they open up? Guess what? Got to do something, right? Got to do something because there are people who have to go to work. They have to go to work, you know, and so where do we there's got to be something. Now I don't know how it can be done, but there has to be something done to make this happen. Now when it comes down to the dining, here's the issue with dining. The reality is these restaurants are pushing the envelope on social distancing. I wish I should take a picture, like be outside and show you this social distancing outside in this one restaurant. I'm like, y'all do know y'all right up on each other, right? Because it is not 6 feet between these tables. They got this much, you know. Well, they're rushing to open because they're being told they have to open because they cannot say we're not opening right now. They just cannot. So now they're not, listen, they're all schools, all administrations are in meetings. They've been in meetings. I heard my principal when I was you know, cleaning out my room and had to drop off my keys and stuff on a phone call trying to start, you know, working on that. Don't think that it is not being worked on. It hasn't been being worked on from this. It's what we hear. You know, they all districts are having these conversations over and over again, trying to figure it out. It is not just like, oh, we're gonna rush it. They have to open up. Now, and a lot of schools might be doing you know, pushing back start dates. You know, it might be a later date start date because that's what we're trying to figure out. Are we starting on regular time or are we going to start later? You know, those things are, you know, part of the conversation. I now have to look at things like, okay, The good thing for me is that, you know, they'll be next door, and so therefore I'm in a charter school, yeah. um Therefore I can sit over here, and you know, hopefully I'm good. But if I have to quarantine, at least they don't have to, they have their space, and I can be over here by myself if I have to quarantine, and then they could just leave me shit at the door. You know what I'm saying? That's the one good thing about them moving across the hall. In the quarantine, if I have to quarantine myself, I can be by myself in this space by myself. Um, and not be in Bakari's space. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so it'll be, you know, and I'm getting a desk. I am setting myself up to teach, and that's what we've been told to do. And I am, that's one of the things I got to buy next week is I have to start buying the pieces for the office set at an area for me to like really work in. But it's just, you know, it's a very challenging time. And just like this, like for instance, if we have a bunch of parents that say they don't want their kids to come and they want online, now we got to figure out how we're going to do that, because then we need dedicated teachers to do online, because I cannot manage doing, yeah. And it's teaching older kids is a little different. The high school kids is different, because high school they can go online and it's not that big of a deal because they are old enough to stay home. You know, they're 14 and up, so technically they can stay home. That's not a problem. It's the families that have young children that have to go to work. That's the ones now. Those are the ones that are going to be most affected. Now, households that have older siblings and everything, that's fine. They ain't gonna make their brothers and sisters do no work though. The problem is the work is not gonna get done. And that's the issue, is that the discipline is not there. Right now I'm dealing with it, you know, when if we deal with it on a regular school schedule kind of thing, how do we do that? Because it's not going to be done like it was this last time. It has to be more rigid, it has to be more structured. You know, this time it was like, okay, here's the work, try to get it done, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Here's the work, here we go. Now we have to look at, okay, putting some structure in it, because we still have to make it school again. If we are online, it has to look and feel like real school, because the kids have gotten so lazy and it's so hard to get them to do it. And now we have to make them understand, no, you have school time. And so that's the difference, is if we're doing it more structured, it's it's going to be hard to say, okay, I got this. We got these people who are doing physical classes, and then we want these kids in class too. So it'll either have to be a Zoom link for them to be in class, and this all this technology involved and setting it up and making sure you have it all, or if you decide to stay home, some of these people are talking about homeschooling and think that's gonna be easy. Good luck on that. There are 66 people. I need more likes. I need more likes. Um, there, you know, it's just so much to think about when it comes down to this. And I gotta be honest with y'all. You know, it affects me a lot more than a lot of you all, because I gotta go in those classrooms. So I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't know how I'm gonna protect myself, and I don't know how this is gonna work out. Um, yeah, live stream would be good. I don't know. I don't even know how it's gonna work. I mean, I am getting used to it, and like I have a document camera, so I can actually do problems and show them how to do the problems step by step at that moment. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so that's why I said I need to get me a nice little. I need to get me a variety of masks so I can, you know, switch them up. I can have different colors, a little few different patterns. I just need a few things, you know, that, but they're still giving me what I need, which is to be protected. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. All right, y'all, we've hit our 2 hour mark. So it is about 2 o'clock in the morning. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, y'all. It's time for us to go. Let me get some rest. It was good talking to you all. As always, we always have a good time. And yeah. Um, but let me say this. There is a space where I get where they're saying that we have to get past the fear, because we have other things that do, that have the same capacity to harm us physically. I think that, I don't know, because I think the issue is that our bodies don't have an immunity to it yet. So therefore we feel like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, you can go get a flu shot if you choose to. People get sick from the flu and are out of it from the flu a lot. People get pneumonia. Those are things that happen, and they do take people out all the time. But I think those are things that we're used to. So I think this, where we are now with Corona, is this is an unknown. It is taking people out. It's just a lot going on, and so I don't know how we can get past it. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mess. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day. See y'all tomorrow or whenever. See y'all later. Y'all have a great night.